In other news tonight, it's a one-of-a-kind festival that can only be found actually here in Los Angeles. It's called Spec Fest. This is a film and music festival dedicated to artists who are on the autism spectrum. Organizers say it kind of gives a voice to those who would otherwise be unheard.
And there's nothing else like this. There's people who do, little things here and there, but as far as a community event where everybody gets together to see real original work that's like the talent in the autism community is amazing. So something that showcases at such a professional, grand scale it's nowhere else found in Los Angeles.
And organizers say they would love to expand the festival to other cities. You can listen to and purchase the artists' albums at speclabs.org.
Welcome back. I can't help but grin and stare. So you just saw that, and we have live in the studio who you saw on the clip, Jason Weissbrod, and you are the co-creator and president of Spec Labs, an amazing group, and we're so thrilled to have you back to talk about Spec Fest.
Yes, I'm so happy to be back, Shannon.
It's always a thrill to have you here.
Yeah, we have Spec Fest. Spec Fest is coming up, which you've been to a couple of them already. And
amazing.
This is our 6th.
Wow.
So we've been in operation for 5 years, but our first year we were like, let's do 2 Spec Fest. So we did 2 our first year. So this is our 6th Spec Fest. Once a year we do an annual music, film, animation, visual arts festival showing all the talent and creative work that's being done at...
We're all good.
Okay.
We're all good. It's an amazing thing. And let's back up just a little bit to talk about where it's born out of, because for people who don't know about Spec Labs, what that is.
Spec Labs started with myself and Garth Herberg, who's my co-founder and music genius creative.
The two of you together are just like wild talent.
Well, we're both a little, out there, and
That's what talent looks like.
We both have been in the entertainment industry since we were very young. Garth was traveling in bands and composing scores for films and doing all this type of music and trying to make it in the music industry. And I was a filmmaker and actor. I used to do a bunch of commercials and TV shows and movies, and we were both just kind of sick of the Hollywood entertainment hustle and bustle. Right. And I was working for a lot of years, 9-10 years, all around the nonprofit world, and worked a lot with Miracle Project and Elaine, and then out of the people I met there and the people I met just through the community and everything, I realized how much talent there was and how many of people who are now my students and my friends were telling me back then, I want to make movies, I want to make records, I want to be an actor, I want to get out there and be professional. And so I thought, well, my love of filmmaking and acting, and I was like, well, maybe I can teach them what it's really like to make a demo reel and what it's really like to go on auditions and do that and put yourself out there. And it was really when I met Garth, and we were back friends. We knew each other since high school, but we weren't working together. And once I got involved with Garth and we started talking more and more, and Garth was like, well, I want to make records. I want to actually, these songs are so amazing they come up with, let's make a record. And so out of that his love of making records and my love of making movies, we pretty much started Spectrum Laboratory, which is geared towards getting all these talented folks on the spectrum to work with entertainment professionals and actually try to create professional, high-quality stuff, put on the internet and see where it goes, and give them the experience of what it's like to actually try to make it.
It's amazing. So you've got in front of you a bunch of CDs that have come out of the work that you guys have done. You have a bunch of music videos and short videos and things that you've done. And so the way it looks like to me is that you have this amazing pool of talent that takes classes and then works on projects together, and then once and twice a year you guys have these amazing Spec Fest things where they get to just bust out and showcase everything that they've been working on.
And it's a lot. I mean, this
it is a lot.
I'll go just for an example. Our first year, I'm slouching. Our first year we had 6 students. Our first class, we just had a music class and an acting class. Now we have 13 classes. We do everything from a live band, so live band for performance. We have animation, which Danny Bowman, who we all love, is teaching our animation classes. So we're in collaboration with Danimation Entertainment and Spectrum Laboratory. At this Spec Fest, we're going to show a bunch of animation from her and her team. There's one of our students is showing her first fully animated short film that's like 4 minutes long. It's amazing. The Indiana Cheese Muncher by Zoe. And so Danny's got a bunch of animation. On Garth's side, every year we pump out a new record. Like this was our record from last year, which was My Heart. And then a lot of our solo artists have their own records. Like this is Lucas Saluski's solo record. Dominique's got his solo record. We're putting out an EP by Rio, Soul Shaka Wiles. We're doing, we have a couple new students that are getting their first time ever to go on stage and show their songs. Plus we do our live band. And then on the film side, there's music videos, there's short films. This year we put together a TV pilot. So we wrote a whole half-hour TV pilot. Of course, I couldn't shoot a whole half-hour TV pilot, but what I did was I took like little moments of it and put little scenes together with all the students from my Tuesday film production class, and we're cutting together like a pilot pitch. And we created a music video because it's a musical TV pilot show. Like if Glee was to meet, I'll do the Hollywood pitch. If like Glee was to meet Atypical, like so it's like a musical dramedy is kind of. So it's not just like all campy and fun. So it's really tackling a lot of what it's like to be autistic and be in high school and go through these emotions, and a lot of their emotions come out through song.
I love
whereas they can't express themselves like that,
Yeah.
And it's called Let Us Be Heard, which is our logo, our kind of thing. So we're going to show that at Spec Fest, like what we did with that.
It's so I've gotten to go to the last two Spec Fest because for the longest time I couldn't come because you have the one that's this time of year right around my son's birthday.
Oh yeah.
And so it's either on his birthday or during his birthday party or whatever, and I'm always like, guys, can we work together? I might be able to come on the 4th. He won't be able to come because he's got to study for finals. So
Yeah, this year we've always done it at a different space. This is the first time. We're actually got a really legitimate, amazing venue. It's the El Rey Theater.
Oh, yes.
Which you saw our music showcase. We had a record release party at the El Rey Theater. And Tom Kenny came, the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants. And
we were live
performed with, you guys were live there.
We put out a live feed.
He performed, you can see him with us on our website at speclabs.org.
He was amazing.
He's also in the movie Boys Don't Wear Dresses, which we'll talk about in just a second. But Tom Kenny is part of the family. And so the El Rey Theater, which I've had a long relationship with them because I've worked with them, and finally I got them to give us the space, which is incredible. So we're going to have a real music venue. The band's going to be performing on stage, and then we're going to get a big HD screen to show all the films.
Fabulous.
So we're really excited to be at the El Rey, and it's on June 4th. So
well, I got to say, for an audience member, it is like the best party that you could go to. Where you get to see all these young people that are having a party of showing their talents, and they are so excited that they vibrate. They literally vibrate, and your face hurts because you're having such a good time. And there's always, like, it breaks out into dancing. I mean, because there's song already.
And parents let loose. It's the best.
Oh, it's a party. It's a really wonderful celebration of being who somebody is and expressing their art. It's absolutely fabulous. And so there's that part of it, but there's also the part of it where I have gotten to see now these young people grow and develop their talent, which is like crazy good. But then there's another part of it that I saw clearly when I came to last year's Spec Fest. There was one of the movies. See, I said I wasn't going to cry and I put the tissues on the floor. But one of the movies that you showed, I had such a hard time. I was crying so hard in the back that I had to step out for a second because I was like, I don't want to embarrass myself. But it was happy because it was the one where they were all camping.
Yeah, the Cheers music video.
And it's this wonderful song, and you get to see these young people and how interwoven, and that they are friends.
Yeah.
And that they have this community together of friends that create, and it's the thing that everybody wants for their child.
Yeah, that one's Cheers. And we shot that actually where I live. We got everybody together. We did a campfire. We roasted marshmallows. We sang a song. Our really good friend Barry Rose stepped in and sang and helped us write the song. So that was entertainment professional. She's got her own music career, and we wrote this song all together and we went and filmed. I'll tell you, this one might make you cry. This round, I took my whole crew to Meals on Wheels. And we shot a music video with Meals on Wheels, and we delivered food. We had them volunteer. They went through the whole process of checking out the food, making sure it was all there. We went to a senior citizen home, delivered food from Meals on Wheels. Spencer sang to this woman, and she cried. I mean, it was, so we have a music video.
All right, I have to get the tissues now.
For them, so I got them all the Meals on Wheels, and then also I got them to a really cool, we teamed up with another nonprofit called Grown in LA. And we went to this old nursery, 1920s nursery in Griffith Park, and I got a bunch of my students planting, weeding, learning how to plant, and to grow soil and learning good soil planting. And then while we're filming, I'd put on the song and be like, all right, we're singing it. And potting plants. So that's going to show, that music video, which I'm really excited about, is going to show, and that's called We Can Work Together, or We Must Work Together. So we're probably going to end the festival with that one because it's so sweet.
You're young, and I'm sure, because I know how much work you put into Spec Fest, I'm sure you're tired. Usually the 2 weeks before.
Pretty tired right now, yeah.
Right, but you're young, you can handle it. But I have to say, what a great thing you've created. What a great thing you've created. It must be so much fun for you. But I know how much fun it is for the young people. But beyond that, and fun is important. I don't mean to negate that, but they are learning and growing. Yeah. And you have helped them to create. I see clearly that none of those kids feel like they're untethered. When I look at poor Dom and what he went through in the last year, he's a brilliant performer. We've had him here before on the show, and in the same day, he lost his grandmother, and then later that day, his father died.
Dad, yeah.
I mean, unbelievable. But Dom has a community. I know that it's been hard for him, but Dom has a community, and he has a purpose, and he has people gathered around him. And if he didn't have that, I would be so worried for that young man.
Yeah, and he was amazing. I mean, he came right back after that, and I had a lot of conversations with him, and it was basically let's create. The only way to get through this is to create and to write a song and to write a script and make a film. And it's since, and after that, he's been writing, he sends me almost once or twice a week, just through email, scenes for this mockumentary movie he wants to make. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I want to make this with you, but it's like a feature film. He's got big dreams and big visions, and he wants to, play it, be on stage at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
This guy has got such dreams and passions, and the way he bounced back from that, and it's really a testament to art and community. And that's what we must work together, the community, friendships being born, and that's the whole other part of Spec Labs. Besides the art is the really fun stuff that we get to show. But it's a definite family. I never in my wildest dreams would have thought how many people are involved now, and the size of the family and the community, and how everybody just helps each other out and is there for everybody.
And to see the parents, the last time you came, we had Lucas Saluski on.
With his solo album,
Oh my gosh, what an incredible human being he is. And just to have the pleasure of getting to see him and talk to him and then watch his art, amazing. But then I met his mom for the first time at Spec Fest, and we had this tearful moment because she just couldn't say enough nice things about you guys and what you have done for her son.
You're the best, Danielle.
Yes, we adore her. But we're running out of time, and so I want to make sure that we get to talk about. But first of all, June 4th.
June 4th is Spec Fest. That's
price to get in.
It's so it's free admission. It's a fundraiser. So we'll be selling the records. We'll be selling posters, records. It's donation based. So
so there's no excuse. People should go.
Yeah, because the money that is generated from that fundraiser goes to scholarshiping all of our students for the next year. So basically, if you buy a record, and also the other thing that we've been saying since we started is, all of our proceeds from the records, we share 50-50 with our artists. So it doesn't all go to Spec Labs. If you buy the records, it goes to the artists who were on the records.
Wonderful.
And it goes to scholarshiping students. So It's a fundraiser, but it's free to walk in, so you just give whatever you can.
Whatever you can. Okay,
Yeah,
so but you have something else that's coming up.
Yes.
You mentioned the film.
So this year we made our biggest short film we've ever made. It was called Boys Don't Wear Dresses. It's based on one of my students' friends' life. I've known this kid for almost 12, 13, 14 years now,
Wow.
and he is now an adult, and now he is a she, and it's about Stephen Felder's transformation into Alani Shorn. And Alani is a beautiful woman and got together with me, and Alani's parents, Len and Linda, are unbelievable. They're so supportive. And we all got together and said, could we write a movie that tackles what it's like to be autistic and transgender?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never heard of anything like that. I got emotional. I'm like, you're trusting me with this? And, but then I wrote it with Alani. So we had mentorships. We sat down together. We wrote it, and we thought the best way to tackle this is to tell it like a Disney modern-day tale where it's about the fact that this kid was always told that boys don't wear dresses, but always wanted to, and was scarred from childhood trauma of trying to put lipstick on or trying to put heels on and other kids making fun.
Yeah.
And then realizing it's a story of one day in college meeting Spencer. Hart is in the movie along with Alani. Meeting Spencer, forming a friendship of them bonding, and then meeting a possible love.
Yeah.
And just these experiences this character is going through, that's kind of the beginnings of a transformation.
Wow.
And so the story is about that. It's a beautiful look about the struggles of being autistic and being transgender and how to come out and express yourself and be who you really want to be. And it fits really well with our mission at Spec Labs, which is let your voice be heard. But then also we got some amazing entertainment professionals. We got Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob SquarePants, to do a cameo in the He's actually playing the professor, which was the part that was modeled after me. Like in the, so I was directing Tom Kenny like to play me, which was really surreal because I've loved Tom Kenny my whole life since he was Mr. Show. And I mean, he was in the Smashing Pumpkins Moon video. It was him and his wife Jill. Like they were the young couple in the the old Tonight Smashing Pumpkins video. But I mean, I've loved Tom Kenny forever, and he's seriously the best human being ever. I love him, and he was part of our record release party. And then the biggest, most amazing thing is when we wrote the stepmom character, I was like, I was watching Transparent so much at the time. And I looked at Lonnie, I was like, oh man, Alexandra Billings from Transparent. It's like, let's think about her as the stepmom and write it like if she was, this, because her face and everything and her hair back, she just has this like strict like demeanor of like strength. And she's so strong and so passionate, and we got her. That's amazing. She actually, through our casting director, Rose, who works on Atypical, because some of our students, Dom and Spencer, and are on Atypical, there's all this networking and pulling strings and everything happened. And so we got Tom Kenny, we got Alexandra Billings in the film. We're going to be submitting it to Sundance and to all the film festivals for 2020. So I'm editing it right now. But at Spec Fest on June 4th, you'll see the trailer for the film. And a week from tonight, Monday. Well, it's okay, so Thursday night, we are having the trailer. No, not the trailer. Let me take that over again. Thursday night, we're having a bingo charity fundraiser for the film Boys Don't Wear Dresses, which I can see is behind me. It's at Hamburger Mary's in West Hollywood. It's Thursday night, May 30th at 7 p.m.
And you can
RSVP.
Bingo?
You buy bingo cards. It's like $20 a bingo card, and that goes to the movie. The fundraising, and there's prizes, and they do this whole show. It's hilarious. It's so funny, and it's all ages. Like you can bring kids because there's food and everything.
That sounds like a good time.
So it's super fun. It's going to be awesome. You'll get to meet some of the cast, and I'll be there, and we're all going to have a good time. So if you can, come support the film. And I guess the last.
Keep that up there for just
the
a
last
second
little
there.
thing is
so May 30th, 7
May 30th, 7 p.m.
Okay.
Come support the film, and then also my friend the Pegasus just wanted to make a guest appearance. He's been dying to be on this show. He loves you, Shannon, and
I love him back.
He's really excited because he actually made a guest appearance in another one of our music videos that you can see at Spec Fest called "Welcome to My Wonder World." And he's never been in one of our music videos. This was his first chance, And, you know, I'm just
He
really
loves
proud of
you.
him. He's just always wanted to be involved with Spec Labs and be in a music video. So you can see him in Welcome to My Wonder World. And,
You guys have the
at Spec
most
Fest
fun
on June 4th.
of any people. So June 4th for Spec Fest.
June 4th for Spec
but
Fest.
May 30th
May 30th
for the bingo.
for the bingo night. So back to back. Thursday 30th, bingo night.
You're not busy.
Tuesday, June 4th, Spec Fest.
And I'm sure you're not editing anything right now.
I'm going home and editing with my really good friend Luis, who wants to come on here to talk about his film we're going to make together.
He absolutely can.
The trailer for Michael Anthony's movie is going to be showing, and we're going to come on and show the trailer at
I've
the
been
Spec
telling
Fest,
Michael
and-
Anthony that he could come on for a long time. And
Yeah.
Luis has actually been on the show before, and
Yeah.
he'll be on again.
Yeah. So we're always creating, but yeah, I'm going to go home and edit, and
I know you don't have
so
anything
cute.
to do. He's
No.
precious. What is his name?
Oh, this is just the Pegasus.
The Pegasus.
He just likes to be called the Pegasus.
The Pegasus.
Yeah, because in the song, it's all about flying high like a Pegasus.
I love it. I love what you guys do.
Thanks,
And so are there any other isn't there like a GoFundMe also for the film?
Oh yeah, for Boys Don't Wear Dresses also, there's a GoFundMe. If you just go to GoFundMe and type in Boys Don't Wear Dresses, it'll come up. And we're always having that up because we're going to have to submit to all the film festivals.
Yes. It's gonna
And we
cost.
still have some post-production costs as far
Okay.
as Danny's doing animation on the film. So I got a bunch of my students doing animation, and we're constantly trying to just raise awareness and acceptance for that film and spread it out. And the more money we raise, basically, the more film festivals we can submit to and try to get the film seen all over the world next year.
I'm just so glad you're on the planet and you and Garth together and that you're doing what you're doing. I think it's remarkable.
Thank you.
I'm so glad. All right, so check out, and if they just want to know more about Spec Labs, it's Spec Labs?
Yes. It is www.speclabs.org.
I love it. I love it. All right. We are officially out of time, but I want to thank you for being here. We want to thank Bonnie
Thank you,
Yates
Pegasus.
for being here. We hope everybody has a wonderful, happy, safe Memorial Day.
Yeah, happy Memorial Day.
Check us out this entire week. We're going to have some amazing shows for you. We will be back tomorrow, but until then, give your kiddos a hug from me and one for you too. Bye-bye for now. Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.